dear people of Amazonia, my fellow brave warriors of our liberation movement, accept liberation greetings from me, Comrade John Akuro. Today is Thursday, and the date of today is September 19th, and the year is 2024. I trust that all of us are doing just fine, and we're in the last days of the lockdown, and we are in the last days of this moment of resistance and continuous demonstration to the people of La République du Cameroon, the international community, the United Nations, and others, that it will never be business as usual in Ambazonia until La République du Cameroon pulls out its colonial administration and dogs from our land. I'd like to roundly congratulate and express total thanks and satisfaction to all the civilian population, to the entire civilian population on the ground in Ambazonia, from the northern zone to the southern zone, from Meme to Fako to Kupemwanenguba, Ndian, Manyu, Momo, Mezam, Menchum, Buingo, Kutunja, Boyo. In fact, even I've not mentioned the county, I'm sending salutations to everyone wherever you may be. And I particularly want to extend special salutes to our refugees on ground one, ground two, and wherever you are across the world who continue to be very strong and determined and to be resilient in this struggle for freedom. I especially want to send special encouragement and thanks to our prisoners of war who are in the dungeons of La République du Cameroon all over the territory of La République du Cameroon and in some dungeons on our land, Boya, Bamenda, and everywhere. Special salutes, very special salutes to those who are also in prisons in the United States of America because they found themselves there sacrificing their careers, their lives, their families, and everything so that we may have a country. I want to send special salutes to all of them, and of course to all of us out here, especially those in the United States of America who should be in the final stages of total mobilization right now to paint New York this Friday, that is tomorrow, September 20, 2024, in blue and white. In blue and white. If you have not made arrangements, take off those arrangements. I'm coming back to the subject matter. Before I get to it, I just received this piece of information from His Royal Highness, Professor Fonke Machankeng. Thank you for vehicling this information to me. Just as I was walking here into the studio, I saw you send this to me, and I want to specially salute you, Prof, for all the wonderful things you have been doing to contribute to our quest for freedom, the great books you've written, the great articles you're writing, and the great outreaches that you are making. Almost every other single Ambazonian, you are doing great wherever you are, in whatever you are doing that can benefit us in one way or the other. Please accept my salutations. 21 armored cars. So this information says, the United Nations General Assembly has just adopted a resolution demanding that Israel end its illegal presence in the occupied Palestinian territory within 1 year. 43 countries decided to abstain from the vote. 43 countries. That's the table that's in the General Assembly for a vote. Although the vote went through, but there are 43 countries that abstained from the vote. Your guess should be as good as mine. That one of those 43 countries that abstained is La République du Cameroon. Of course, La République du Cameroon, you know why La République du Cameroon would abstain from such a vote? Because they are in the same illegal situation in Ambazonia, on Ambazonian territory. That is why they will abstain. That is why they will never vote for such a resolution, because they are also an illegal occupier. Trust me, just like they are giving Israel, marching orders out of the Palestinian territory, that is how a day will come when the Republic of Cameroon will receive marching orders out of our territory. Whether they vote for or against such resolutions, it will definitely come back to haunt them. And then 100 and no 14 countries decided to abstain from to no 14 countries opposed. Yes, 14 countries opposed. Okay, and these countries that opposed include Malawi, because this is how it reads: 43 countries, including Cameroon, abstained. 14 countries, including Malawi, that's on the African continent, opposed the resolution that's asking Israel to get out of Palestinian territory. Of course, 124 countries voted in favor of this resolution, and among them, Senegal. You know the changes that just took place in Senegal. I mean, with two determined and focused young men taking over control in that country. They understand the meaning of freedom. They understand what it means to be under total oppression and occupation. Senegal, especially because Senegal understands what it means to come together with another country, and when they say no, we don't want it anymore, you walk out. Don't forget that Senegal and the Gambia at the dawn of independence formed one country, just like the Southern Cameroons and La République du Cameroon came together in some quasi-union too, and came up with another country known as the Federal Republic of Cameroon. The Gambia and Senegal came together and formed one country known as Senegambia. But of course, you know, the clash in culture could not keep them together. In the Gambia, had the Anglo-Saxon culture hinged on the common law system, where, I mean, the presumption of innocence is paramount, and this helped protect human rights. But in Senegal, of course, it was the Napoleonic Code. So it could not go. The Gambians sat together with the Senegalese and agreed to disagree, or they disagreed to agree to go back their separate ways. The Gambia cut off back and became once more the Gambia, and Senegal cut off back and became once more Senegal. And Senegambia was given a decent burial. Of course, you still see the marks of Senegal until today, understanding the need to ensure that people stop being an occupational force in other people's countries. These are things that we see and we should be able to draw lessons from all the time. That said, folks, today was another very hot day in Bamenda. I understand there was an IED explosion in Nkwen, that's in Nkwen, Bamenda. I did not get a lot of information as to what happened, but of course, a few folks that I spoke to told me that it could be related to the activities of the people of Nkwen, who, to all intents, appear to be collaborating with the forces of La République du Cameroun to defy the established order, where all parts of the town are closed, and the people said they are standing with the enemy. Apparently, I don't know, that should be what would have happened. So I think this ID apparently was targeting the occupational forces that were on hands there to give the people the impression or the false bravado that they were protected, I don't know, against their own people. So that is how I saw the story as a developing story. Bomb don't explode for Nkwen Market, back top star hotel now, so gunshots are intense. I go struggle for bringing the full gist. So after that explosion, there was heavy gunshots. Some eyewitness accounts indicate to me that first of all the occupational forces, Mr. Paul Biastox, they disappeared. They ran away and let the population to grapple with their situation by themselves, as usual, after promising them that they were going to be there for them, and only came back shooting in the air when those who came to tell the people it was time to close down everything and go back home had left. Of course, I guess since the intention appears to have been to remind the people that they had to be home and they don't have to cooperate with the enemy, I think that is why all the gunshots appear to have been but in the air, as we can see from this video. So what we are seeing there should be I mean, the impact point where the blast took place. I understand sometimes, generally, or rather that generally, Mr. Paul Biya stocks assemble at this place, sit here, and give the people the impression that they are protecting them. But when danger strikes, they are the first to escape and abandon the people to themselves to grapple things by themselves. I understand 4 people were wounded. I wish them a very speedy recovery. But I've always said, stay home. Don't put your life in danger. Don't go into harm's way because, like I said, and I keep repeating, the protection of the civilian population remains my prime concern. And so you should take care of your lives. Don't continue to use your life as a bait. Don't take your life play tabala because this is extremely risky. And I know our self-defense volunteers usually do not target civilians. And so if you find yourself at the wrong place and at the wrong time, perhaps with the wrong company, you could run into this kind of situation. So avoid being part of the collateral damage. Of course, you can see here much clearly what went on.
Yeah.
You can see the population there running helter skelter, this gunfire that was going on there and all of that. So this helter skelter running to tell you exactly how the situation was there today. So, folks, please always think about your safety first. Think about your safety first all the time. This I've said and I repeat is my prime concern, and this is the most important thing. We all need to be alive to enjoy this freedom when it comes, because whether La République du Cameroon and Paris like it or not, this freedom will come, and it's coming pretty soon. That said, folks, the import of this outing is actually to do last minute mobilization with our people in the United States of America. If you haven't made arrangements yet to travel to New York, this is the time to do so. Some people are at least helping out there to provide assistance for transportation to be sought so that those who cannot make the resources can get into this common transportation arrangement. I want to give you kudos and I want to thank you sincerely for your mark of, should I say patriotism, express your total gratitude for your generosity and for your determination to help see that this demonstration is a success. So, last call. This is the last call that I'm making, very last call, very last call. Like I said before, as we used to say of old, come one, come all. Tomorrow, this Friday, September 20th, is the D-Day. 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have to assemble at 405 East 42nd Street, New York. If you are in New Jersey, please, I hope you are making ready to run down to Newark and pick up the PATH train and find yourself in New York. So that if you don't want to drive and go and have challenges parking your car and all whatnot, and then getting caught up with the traffic, just go to Newark, jump into the PATH train. You come out in New York City and you can walk your way to where this demonstration is taking place. So please do not miss this. That's if you're in New Jersey. If you are in Boston, I suppose you must have made carpooling arrangements to find yourselves in New York. 2 hours, 30 minutes. That is it. A car of 5, if you are driving, carry 4 other people with you. That makes 5. People can contribute even $25 each to make the trip easy and to make it interesting. If you are taking a bus too, make those arrangements. That's going to be really, really awesome. By all means, make sure to be out there. If you are in the DMV area, that is District of Columbia, Maryland, Virginia, of course, make all arrangements to carpool. For those who are in Maryland, District of Columbia and Virginia, of course, you will not be coming from Virginia to go to Greenbelt. You just make arrangements to move from there. But if you intend to also go there, park your car and join in the bus arrangement that has been made there, make sure to contact Eric Akenji on phone number 301-523-9167. 301-523-9167. Or you contact Comrade Elvis Cometa 301-979-0135. 301-979-0135. Please be part of this history-making moment. Don't miss this demonstration. If you are in Delaware, of course, sometimes when I say DMV, I usually just add Delaware there. Don't mind me. It's because I think that they are not just far at all, because they're just close here. Once you are leaving Baltimore, the next minute you know you will already find yourself in Delaware. So, my people in Delaware, Comrade Alem, Adwa Alemanji, I'm sure you are mobilizing all our people who are out there in Delaware with George Ajay Comer. You put together everybody in Delaware. Please, all routes have to lead to New York. All routes have to lead to New York. So it says that you come to denounce the charade of the international community, call out the traitors working for La République du Cameroon, ask the UN to end the genocide in our homeland, and call for international mediation. Take note, you just heard about the resolution, the UN resolution talking about the situation in Gaza, in Palestine, between the Palestinians and the Israelis. It is because of total hard work that we are getting to this point. And so let's get down into the trenches. Nobody should stay home. This is a very determining moment. We must, by all means, find ourselves in New York. I say New York, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Please don't miss this rendezvous. Come one, come all. If you can't go, help others to find themselves there. You are in other parts of the United States. I'm convinced by now you have made all the arrangements. Please, folks, don't forget. Our people are at home in lockdown. That is sacrifice. Our people are in the dungeons of La République du Cameroon all over the place, in very big numbers. Sisiku Julius Ayuk Tabe, Pata Sam Wilfred Fomba, Pam Fongalamfo, Shufai Bless Civism, Barrister Elias Eyambe, Dr. Awaso. In fact, I'm not able to call everybody's name. Let me not even get into the issue of name calling because I may forget some and create some kind of frustrations. But these ones I'm calling were handed live jail terms. You heard Comrade Abdul Karim has even refused to be judged in any of the courts of La République du Cameroon because he reminds them he is Ambazonian. These are our people facing all forms of torture, but they are standing strong. You and I, all what we need to do is show up in New York and be counted. We can't afford not to be there. Like I said before, don't give me any excuses of it is not my leader that organized it, it's not my IG that organized it, it's not my whatever that organized it. Listen, this demonstration is for Ambazonians. And like I said before, you are a Southern Cameroonian, you are called upon to be there. The success of this demonstration will be the collective success of the people of Ambazonia. You saw what happened in Canada. And again, I doff my hat to you, Comrade Valerie Saningong, and all the members of SCRO in Canada. In fact, and all Southern Cameroonians, all Ambazonians in Canada. Because I know a lot of you went out there who are not even members of SCRO, of the Southern Cameroons Relief Organization in Canada. But you were out there because you were looking at the blue and white and the 13 stars that are on it. You were looking at the flag and not at the organization, not at the issue of leadership. This is what I'm calling our attention to. The success of this demonstration in New York will be our collective victory. It will not be Eric Akenji's victory. It will not be Elvis Cometa's victory. It will not be Fontem Neba's victory. It will not be Chris Anu's victory. It will not be Sako Samuel Come's victory. It will not be Cho Ayaba's victory. It will not be Mba Akuro's victory. It will not be Ebenezer Akwanga's victory. It will not be any of us, anybody's victory. It will be the victory of the people of Ambazonia. And take note, our self-defense volunteers, our brave hearts, they're in the bushes, they are preparing to mark October 1. They are all watching to be inspired by the great numbers that we will present on the streets of New York. Please make it a date. By no means, don't miss this trip to New York. Please, let's make it a date. We must come in big numbers there. We must come in big numbers, folks. This is our opportunity in the United States to prove Ambazonians and Southern Cameroonians in other parts of the world wrong, who continue to insist that we are the epicenter of divisiveness, of the divide and rule in this struggle, we must prove them wrong by going out there en masse and showing strength. If we don't go there, young Philemon, who is sitting there as chairman of the 79th General Assembly, will be telling the rest of the world that we have accused that there is some nonsense called one and indivisible. Like I said, the souls, the spirits, the ghosts of our departed brothers and sisters, Ba Ivo, Ayeke, Arke, too many of them, Commando, dear Tiger, Pa Mola Njo Litumbe, Justice Ngalame, all of this were Justice Ngalame, all Alobwede, I beg your pardon, Justice Alobwede, all of these people, their ghosts are not resting yet in peace because they want to see that we are continuing to work towards the fulfillment of this mighty dream that we all cast together. And they departed, bearing in mind that we will continue to hold the mantle and run and run and run until we attain our objective. This is not the time to retreat. Folks, think of those two young girls whose video I broadcast yesterday, who were saying in Boya that they are Bakwerians, how they were abused by some stupid fellow calling himself Inspector of Police Eyenga. Think of them. They are crying for justice. How would they get that justice if we don't go out there and call for that justice? How would they get it? Think of our mothers, our sisters, our wives who are being raped on a daily basis. Think of our people who are being extorted by day and by night. Look, I have another message here from Victoria, where a comrade in Limbe tells me that the other day he couldn't go out because they had to use complicated routes to get to the office because those dogs just lined up somewhere and they had their truck open and they were just carting whoever came into that truck. And for you to leave, whether you had an ID card or not, you had to pay a ransom of 15,000 francs to Mr. Paul Bia's dogs. All these people have their eyes on us. We cannot afford to disappoint. If you were planning not to go, after listening to me, please have a change of mind. Because like I said, if you persistently sit and decide to do nothing, and our people are falling like flies on a daily basis, look at your palms constantly. Someday you will see the palms stained with blood. Not that you killed them, but because of your inaction in the face of injustice, you come across passively as having contributed to their demise. Please, let's get up and go out there and demonstrate. Please, this is absolutely important. Don't miss this occasion. And again, for those of you who are in Western Europe, don't forget this rendezvous. I'll keep talking about it until we get there. Don't forget this rendezvous, 27th and the 28th of September in Rome. We have that very important event there, which is a conference that will wrap up with fundraising to ensure that we finance and move the struggle forward. As you can see from that flyer, they say the weekend event aims to raise funds for humanitarian aid in the southern Cameroons. And so they say there will be a conference and a demo on Friday. So there will be a conference and a demonstration on Friday. That Friday is the 27th of September. A gala evening on Saturday and a papal mass on Sunday morning. So it's actually 27th to 28th of September. So please don't forget. This is in Rome, in Italy. So you are in Belgium, you are in France, you are in Germany, you are in Switzerland, you are in Spain, in fact, you are in Norway, you are in the UK, you are wherever, find your way to Rome. All the roads will lead to Rome on the 27th, and this will go on from the 27th to the 28th. Friday 27th and Saturday 28th. And on Sunday, of course, there will be what you heard, a Papa Mass. That's on Sunday morning to crown it all. This will be an occasion for us to raise funds to finance this struggle. So please bear in mind that you have to be there. Make it a date. Like I said, don't miss any opportunity to be of total help and to be of great use in this liberation movement. We have to do everything we possibly can to get La République du Cameroon out of our territory. A very short pause and we continue.
Someone's knee is on the neck of Southwesterners, and this is the moment we should get out of what it is. We are being called to keep quiet and not to tell the truth. Someone's knee is on the neck of Southwesterners, and this is the moment we should get out of what it is. We are being called to keep quiet and not to tell the truth. Someone's knee.
So, that was Mela Mokichas giving us some comic relief there. So it says you have been cowed never to speak the truth. That's why I understand they decided to cut people like cattle to take to the Moliko Municipal Stadium today, knowing full well today was lockdown. Before I came into the studio, I was seeing some information that one of the convoys heading to the Moliko Stadium was attacked in Munya, and that there was serious gun firing that way. This is what I continue to say. Don't put the lives of the civilian population in danger because of stupid come-togethers. That's what I say, and I'll continue to say it. Please, we need to do self-care. So that said, folks, let's go over to ground one, that is to Nigeria, where, this Wednesday, some members of the consortium went out there to commune with our people in the various refugee camps and to share some of the proceeds of the contributions you generously make to us here through the Amber Relief 2018 at gmail.com. Like I'm saying, I want to thank those of you who continue to use it. You either do Zelle if you're in the United States, or PayPal if you are out of the United States, and that will help us tremendously to continue to reach out to our people. So in the next clip, we'll be listening to Comrade Frederick Nifang. He's of the consortium, and they were out there with the refugees, bringing them some solace.
My name is the President. I come up for Ambazonians, for Bamenda, for Meda. Me, as a man from the sea, born and bred man from the sea. Now me, I believe President for Bamenda, I mean myself. Here we get Mr. Asia Lady. We get Mr. Tata Jonah. We get President Robert. I live here now. I can't make one message because they don't talk too much about consulting. I know they talk about all we do is about consulting. The message we don't have in the my message of people from that organization consulting. Consulting, all we are refugees. All we are, we are the refugee. You the refugee. You are refugee. All we are refugee. We come here for 2017 with the ban consulting and SNC. Now we with the banner will run to take the camp before we run. But when you go, you see a mommy. Well, I see this first one. Please don't forget to come on. I think it's the one that you have to do. So it's mostly come up and let you do that in our age. you can't jump. You go with the house. No, so. No way. Picking our taxi for money. No way picking our taxi for money. No consulting our taxi for money. Now, why will we get to today? The president, the sitting president for consulting. Now, the name that is John Akuru. Now, back to the board. He promoted for Mull County. Now, Mull County, the state. Now, today, he promoted for one and one. 2 years, I don't know other consulting people. They don't hear what I'm saying. They say, what can you do Canada? They say, you can. No, we can't do Canada. But I hear you. I always say this to us, you know, you do that. So what kind of go? That was big brother when I knew the big man. When I do come and say, Patasa, you know, Patasa, but the name Patasa, but consulting. And another brother, Pastor Eyami, they don't say anything to Salomon. They move to the don't need to do that. That's not why I'm not going to come out.
So folks, you see, our people are still very determined. Whatever the circumstances, they are facing challenges, they are going through pains and all of this. Some of them have at times had to run again for their lives even while out there in Nigeria, because the forces of La Republique du Cameroon, the invading forces, the occupational forces, sometimes overstep their bounds and even cross into Nigerian territory to look for their trouble. But all that notwithstanding, our people are standing tall and strong, even in the face of suffering. They are determined to see a free homeland. This is why I continue to call on each and every one of us to continue to extend a hand of help to all these people. I talked to you the other day about our comrade who is in the dungeons and who was in very, very, very bad shape, and it's just some little thing to have a surgery, because like I said, the picture is sent and the region where it is, I know he must have told himself, what is the difference? That I'm even about to die, so what am I hiding? He told himself that salt and sugar would taste the same on a dying tongue. So he had to take the pains to take pictures right in this private part to send to me to demonstrate how desperate his situation is. He still needs our help. He needs money for his surgery. Please rush to amberrelief2018@gmail.com. Use a Zelle or use PayPal worldwide, and let us continue to bring help and solace for our people. Let's stay on with our people in Ogoja in Nigeria. So you see, even in the face, even in the midst of poverty, misery, and total suffering, you still see our people jovial, happy, excited, full of hope for a better tomorrow. My dear folks, this is why when I tell you, go out there and demonstrate, it's because of the resilience that I see even on those suffering faces. They manage to put a smile because they are convinced that tomorrow will be better than today. This delegation was led by Comrade Frederick Nifang, and it was made up of Comrade Tata Donat Silaf and Comrade David Abia. They are still there.
No, it's two names. I'm calling to two names. Akumbru Susanna
So as you can see, the coordinator is ensuring the sharing of the little envelope because we decided sometimes we give food stuff, we give things that perhaps they may not need, but they have other pressing needs that they need little monies, little sums of money to do. So besides providing them with food stuff and other things, because this is just the start, our delegates are going to go to several other camps to show love, care, and solidarity with our refugees. You can see them full of hope and full of excitement as they are sharing the little that we could send. We are very anxious to do more, but the means are not always available as we seek. And look at this one who is physically challenged, but still hear what he says. He is receiving his gift from the hands of Comrade Nifan Frederick.
Let's stay strong. If you get any word for them, if you make them.
Well, thank you very much for coming. And thank everybody out there who have been supporting the refugees in general. Whether here, Gocha or at Benue State or any other place. I thank you all. May God provide you all in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother.
All right.
Stay blessed. Stay blessed.
So just the smiles on these faces, just this excitement, just this feeling that they are not alone, that we are all together, that we continue to be one for all and all for one. This is the driving force of the resilience that we continue to experience in our people. I'd like us to hear this lady too, responding there to Comrade Tata Donald Sila.
Envelope to you officially given by consortium, headed by our president John Baakoro. Say we remember you as a vulnerable somebody who you keep on. Very soon we'll go back home. Yeah. And I think we are transparent.
No, that's what I want.
Yeah, thank you very much. May God bless you. Yes.
So the key message here is that very soon we will go back home. Man lives by hope. The day we stop hoping, we will stop living. And trust me, folks, this is why I continue to say by day and by night that we should not become very comfortable in other people's lands. People sacrificed lives and everything to make these places where we are what they are today. The other day, I listened to a politician saying, if they continue to open their borders and receive people from the third world, before long, their countries will become like the third world. This continues to be an insult to you and me. This continues to lead like a serious clarion call on you and me to do everything we can to secure back homeland. No matter what you get where you are, no matter how comfortable we think we are, there is no place like home. There is no place like home. We must continue to fight until we get back our homeland. Let's begin to end with this last video.
Traditional food. Ambazonians are land where know your culture. Now, Papa, this will be blessing money. But you know, we get envelope. That's say God hate you.
No.
God hate you. God wants
The God we don't arrange.
When they rob chief, they need to take hand. Go robber from ground. They take hand. The robber for survive your food. How the police come to give Papa now the big man for this time. So Papa now your own envelope this of 5,000 naira. Yeah. May God bless consult you.
So you see, they also found time to pay a visit to the areas where the very old and very vulnerable are, to still bring them help and succor. Trust me, like I said, this is our widow's mind. We would have wished to do better. We definitely will someday. When I look at these mothers, you see the way they are seated. These are very old, a lot of them vulnerable women to our mothers who find themselves where they are. They have continued to go through torture. They face floods. They faced horrible weather conditions that have threatened to destroy their faith. But they have remained strong because they are hoping that someday soon, things will be better. please, those of us who are in better places, who are able to work and earn, let's continue to be generous with what the Lord blesses us with. But above everything, let's be generous with our time and our presence at the various demonstrations, because these demonstrations encourage them the more, embolden them the more, inspire them the more, and make them understand that no one is giving up. I want to thank each and every one of you that found time to be part of this broadcast. Please make sure that you are part of this demonstration in New York tomorrow. And if you are in Western Europe, make sure that you will be at the event of the 27th and the 28th of September 2024 in Rome. Let us end on a positive note with this bit of laughter as you look at this ngaput forming here.
What be this?
Thank you, everyone. It was my pleasure being with you all here today. And so look forward to seeing all of you, those of you who are in the United States of America. I look forward to seeing everyone in New York this Friday. And of course, I'll be back here by the close of the day tomorrow to broadcast the images of our demonstration in New York. Until then, it is have a nice time, and I wish everyone traveling a safe and sound trip to New York. Yes, it's going to be wild, but very interesting. So we give God already all the glory, and we thank Him for journey mercies. Ciao.